Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical, and today for you guys I have some more Kingdom Hearts 2.8 news and information. Today we're going to be looking at Tai Yasue's kind of conversation towards the combat system of 0.2 Birth by Sleep. I think this is very interesting mainly because of the fact that every single new Kingdom Hearts installment always sort of introduces something new to the table in terms of the combat system. 0.2 Birth by Sleep is going to be a hybrid of both Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3 when it comes to the raw gameplay. So it's very interesting to see the co-director of the Kingdom Hearts series actually make a few comments towards the combat system. So let's get on with it. So GamesBeat asked, one of the things I find interesting about Kingdom Hearts is the combat system. It's gotten a bit flashier and more complex as the series goes along. Is that a challenge when designing Final Chapter Prologue and Kingdom Hearts 3? Is it something you felt the need to rein in, or did you want to make it more complex? Tai Yasue said, with our handheld games we did a lot of experimentation with new systems. With 0.2 and 2.8 we're coming back to the basics, I guess, but at the same time Kingdom Hearts 0.2 is sort of a continuation of Birth by Sleep, so we wanted to incorporate a lot of the moves from Birth by Sleep. Aqua's magical spells, for example, and her style changes. We wanted to change towards an enhanced version of that. The moves look a lot flashier, but at the same time not too difficult. We have the same sort of command menu as the numbered titles 2 and 3. That's very similar in 0.2. It's sort of a mixture between Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3, both aspects of that coming together. So like I said before guys, 0.2 Birth by Sleep is going to be a hybrid between Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3, and like Tai Yasue said right here, they're going back to the basics, and what he means by that is, you know, the basics of the raw combat formula of Kingdom Hearts, which is essentially what we see in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. When you look at the combat system of both of those games, that is what we call the basics of Kingdom Hearts. That is like the raw formula of the gameplay, and Kingdom Hearts is going back to that exact style. If you think about it, all of the spin-off titles haven't really played exactly like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. They more so introduced different sort of functionalities and new things to do with the combat system to kind of make them fresh, and like you said here, you know, with the handheld games, they did do a lot of experimentation. When you look at Dream Drop Distance, I mean, you had, you know, the flow motion and the flow motion attacks. With Birth by Sleep, you had the commands, like a deck with all the different abilities and stuff. So yeah, 0.2 Birth by Sleep is going to have a lot of similarities from the combat system of Birth by Sleep in terms of the moves, but essentially the way the game plays is leaning more towards the raw basic combat experience of Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and Kingdom Hearts 3. Next up, GamesBeat asks, you talked about experiments with the battle system. It's seen a lot of variety. It had a mana system like in the first game, and cooldowns in some of the recent games. What works best for Kingdom Hearts? Tai Yasue said each has its own fun aspects, but I think the magical point system using MP is very accessible. That's worked well, but we don't want to do the same thing over and over again. In Kingdom Hearts 3 and 0.2, we wanted to enhance this system for the next generation. Using magical spells, we wanted the environment and enemies to react in a meaningful way. It doesn't just explode, it lingers on afterwards. If you shoot Blizzard, for example, it creates a place where you can skate on the ground. We wanted the magic to dynamically interact with the environment. So this is a good example of Kingdom Hearts taking like another step forward for the next generation of the franchise, and I think this is an aspect that has me super excited for 0.2 and Kingdom Hearts 3, the fact that yes, the magic actually interacts with the environment and the enemies. Like we've seen with the 0.2 Birth by Sleep gameplay, if you do shoot Blizzard, it creates a Blizzard trail. You can jump on that trail and you'll kind of do like a flow motion grind on it. Thunder, for example, actually sort of stuns and staggers the enemies now, so when you cast Thunder, it's going to attack all the enemies around you just like it usually would, but this time they actually sort of stay stunned for a little bit after you've actually cast a magical ability, and they're actually like flashing with all this like thunder effect, and it looks really, really cool. Like we've seen in the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers, when you use Arrow, all of the grass on the ground actually gets swished away, like there actually has been some sort of a tornado effect happen in the environment. So this is a really, really cool thing that I think Square Enix has decided to go with. You know, magic is still working like it usually usually does in both Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, but this time around it's more so interactive with the environments and the enemies, and that's super cool to see. And lastly, GamesBeat said, when the series started, the Final Fantasy element was very important, not just in story, but in gameplay. The magic came directly from Final Fantasy, as did the summons. A lot of those aspects seem less prominent now that Kingdom Hearts has developed more of its own identity. Is it fair to say you're doing more things that are unique to Kingdom Hearts? Tai Yasue said, as a whole, the story and worlds and the gameplay, everything we incorporate, we want aspects of the Disney world throughout. For the combat systems as well, we don't have that much for 0.2, but having Disney aspects combined with Sora's aspects is important. Obviously the worlds, for example, we don't want them all to be Kingdom Hearts original worlds, we want the rich Disney worlds as well as the original worlds. So what GamesBeat pretty much means by this is Kingdom Hearts had a lot of reminiscent things from the Final Fantasy franchise when Kingdom Hearts first launched, and these obvious factors were of course the summons. They worked pretty similar to the way that they work in Final Fantasy, so that was an obvious thing that they took from Final Fantasy and put in Kingdom Hearts. On top of that, all of the magic is actually named the exact same in Kingdom Hearts, just like it is in Final Fantasy. So, like Fire and Fyra and Fyraga, or Thunder, Thundara, Thundaga, all of those different magical elements and the upgrades are actually directly from Final Fantasy. And I think because of the fact that Kingdom Hearts has been going on for so many years and has actually built a popularity of its own, not just people from Final Fantasy playing this kind of like crossover game, it has of course formed its own identity, its own popularity, and its own fan base. And what makes Kingdom Hearts, like what Tai Yasue is saying right here, to make it kind of its own identity, is of course the Disney factors. I mean, Kingdom Hearts is this massive crossover universe with having its own original story. You know, it's got Disney on the side where you go through all these Disney worlds, and of course there are different Final Fantasy aspects thrown into the mix as well to do with the different Final Fantasy character cameos that do appear throughout the games, as well as that, like I was mentioning, the magic system is very similar to that of Final Fantasy. But it's good to see that like Tai Yasue is very confident that of course, you know, Kingdom Hearts has definitely built its own identity, and of course, you know, Disney is a very strong supporting factor of this. However guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. I found it very interesting that Tai Yasue actually touched upon Kingdom Hearts and its identity. It's really awesome to actually hear directly from Square Enix what they're thinking towards these sort of questions, and of course on top of that, it was really cool to kind of get some thoughts towards the combat system for both Kingdom Hearts 3 and 0.2 Birth by Sleep. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.